Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's April 1st edition of Pastor's Tips for Trying Times. Today's going to be a little bit different. I'm doing it live, so this should be exciting. I want to talk to you today about ministry. And very often we think of ministry as something that the full-time people do, the pastor, the assistant pastor, the deacons, or the deaconesses, and people like that. And so somehow, if they're going to do it, that exempts us from doing it. But in reality, that's not the case. I'm going to use a verse at the end down here, and the word in the verse, there's a word minister in there. And I want to use that definition because it's the idea of to serve or to attend to, basically to meet the needs of some other person. This is where we get the idea of a deacon, a servant. Did you find that in Acts chapter 6 and other places? So that's what a minister is, someone who attends to or serves other people. You might think of a waiter or a waitress. They're meeting your needs, bringing you your water, your food, making sure that you're taken care of at the table and things like that. So it's not just for pastors and deacons. It's not just for deaconesses or people who have some kind of position or some kind of title or something like that in the church. So let's address a couple of things today. Number one, let's ask ourselves, who can we minister to? All right. Well, there's a lot of people. Number one, you can minister to the people in your immediate family. This really should be your primary concern other than to the Lord. Meeting the needs of your family, whether that's providing for the family, working, cooking, cleaning, communicating. Focus on your family and look to minister to them. Sometimes young people are having fears and frights over this coronavirus thing. They're hearing all this bad news. And if it gets as bad as they say it's going to get, we start losing literally hundreds of thousands of people. This could be kind of shocking, and our culture hasn't seen this in many decades, not really since World War II. So you can minister by communicating and serving those people in your family. The second group of people that you can minister to is your extended family. Well, who would your extended family be? Your extended family would be people like, if you're an older adult, maybe your adult children. Or if you're an adult child, maybe your parents. It could be that they have needs that they can't address as easily as they used to could for a variety of reasons, and you need to reach out to them and see what you can do to minister to them. Thirdly would be your spiritual family. Okay? If you're a member of a local New Testament church or you attend a local New Testament church on a regular basis, there are people there who may very well need you to help them out in some way or other. It could be that they're elderly. It could be that they're shut in. It could be that they're incapacitated somehow due to health. It could be that they are far away from grocery stores or whatever the case might be and they just can't get to it. It might be a variety of different reasons, but look for those opportunities to serve those people. Who else can we minister to? Well, there's other people. And this is one that's oftentimes forgotten, and that's our neighbor. The Bible has a lot to say about our neighbor, okay? And oftentimes we forget about them, but these are the people that we oftentimes have the best opportunity to minister to and to be that salt and to be that light. Our community, our neighborhood, our street, whatever the case might be, our neighbors may very well need our help. And as a Christian, we have an opportunity as well as a calling to minister to these people. So we see who we can minister to. The question then becomes, especially in times like this, number two, how can I minister to these people? Well, there actually are a variety of ways that you can minister to them. Number one, pray. You say, well, that's not really much of a ministry. Well, you don't think much of praying if you think praying is not much of a ministry to people. It can be the biggest ministry, the greatest ministry that you can do for them. So pray for them. You don't know what their needs are necessarily. You might or you might not. But either way, you can pray for them. Not only can you pray for them, but secondly, you can contact them. And there are so many ways to contact people today. We live in a communication, transportation society. We can get almost anywhere in no time at all, and we can contact people in a variety of ways. We can text them, we can call them, we can email them, we can snail mail them, we can FaceTime them, Google Duo, Cisco, WebEx, all kinds of ways to communicate to people. And there are people out there that need that kind of help. So let me encourage you to look for ways to do that for them, okay? Now, thirdly then, you can provide for them. In providing for them, there are ways that you can get things to them. It might be that you need to take them food. It might be that you need to help them get someplace, or whatever the case might be. There's a lot of ways that you can help people. And another way in provision is that maybe the Lord's blessed you with a variety of things that other people don't have. It might be that you have transportation. Some people don't have it. It might be that you have wisdom and experience in a situation other people don't have. It might be that you have finances that other people don't have, especially in times like this. So there could be a variety of things, okay? Now, here's the big issue at hand. It's the elephant in the room, and that is limitations. We obviously are being told that we can't move around much, can't get out in public. We are relegated to social distancing. So if you can't get out, what are you going to do? Well, I don't know, because the situation, any of these situations could be different. You might take liberties with a family member that you wouldn't take with a neighbor, or whatever the case might be. But here's my concern for everybody. Don't think that you can't do something just because there's some kind of limitation on you. I mean, the reality is, even if you were stuck in bed sick, you can probably pray for people, okay? So maybe you can take them somewhere and just be garbed up. It might be that you can provide for them somehow and just leave food or money or whatever the case might be on their doorstep. It could be a lot of different things, okay? I don't know. But I just don't want you to be limited to thinking, oh no, I can't do anything because of whatever, okay? So please don't do that, okay? So let me leave you then with a verse. And this is the one I said I'd reference earlier. At the final judgment, when all things come to an end and Jesus is judging people, there are going to be people who Jesus will condemn, and they will say, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or in prison and didn't minister to you? And Jesus' response is going to be, when you saw my neighbors, other people, and you didn't provide for them. Now, we don't have a works-based salvation, but we do have a salvation that works. So my encouragement to you in times like this is, look for ways to minister to people. Because we, in our ministry, reveal the fact that we are not the kind of people that Jesus condemns, but the kind of people that Jesus commends, because they ministered to other people. Thank you for tuning in today. Look forward to seeing you hopefully tomorrow. God bless you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.